C2 Wrestling, WrestleMania weekend, NXT, Stand and Deliver, CTD, Honorary Oos Alec, post show, recap and review. It was a damn good show.
Yeah, it was a very good show from top to bottom.
Yeah. Yeah. I had expectations for the show. I didn't have like we're gonna get all these debuts or returns, whatever, especially since they're kind of pushing the Tuesday NXT after Mania weekend is still a big show. So from just a match standpoint, I mean, we'll run through the card. I feel like every match pretty much, no pun intended, delivered.
Yeah, no, it delivered from, like I said, from top to bottom. I wasn't expecting anything major or no debuts either at the end. Usually at these type of pay-per-views, you wait for something majorly to happen at the end, even when the credits go. And I wasn't even expecting that because we got what we wanted. We just got pure wrestling from top to bottom, from beginning to end, and I enjoyed the show. It was a great show.
Yeah, so Ricky Saints versus Ethan Page opened. First and foremost, the women's tag on the pre-show was fun. Don't need to really dive into that. Roxanne and Cora are going to face again. That'll probably be Roxanne's send off for NXT. But Ricky Saints defeating Ethan Page. According to Wikipedia, the match was only 12:43. Felt longer than that, not in a bad way. Uh, Ending felt a little abrupt, but it was fun. Like they were cooking.
Yeah, it was definitely a like quick ending out of nowhere. It was two finishers back to back. One, two, three. Match was over. Don't know what happened there, but the match overall, like you said, it was great. The chemistry between them two are just it's phenomenal to watch, and just it's so unreal to see them still in the NXT ring, and just watching them two deliver. No, again, no pun intended. It was just the kid in me. I was like, this is just great. Like I love this is why I love wrestling.
Yeah. Well, the $1 million question coming out of it now is: was that Ethan Page's last match in NXT? You think he gets called up now?
I don't think so. Yeah, I think it's gonna be soon, maybe before SummerSlam, but I don't think so yet.
Okay. I think it's coming soon. I think the call ups for sure would be from the next match, the tag titles. As predicted, Hank and Tank, the team that beats Fraxium, an insane title reign from Fraxium. I gotta say, hand up, Hank and Tank. I was unfamiliar with your game. They fucking cooked. They
Yeah.
fucking cooked.
They put on a match.
Yeah.
And, Axiom has put on a clinic for the past year almost with those titles. And like you said, I think it's their time finally to get up to the main roster. And they're going to cook. I am not worried about them falling behind with the tag teams on those main rosters. I think they're going to put themselves in the main picture pretty quick. And then for them to even have already like Raw and SmackDown debuts already separately, it's already been teased. Like they're already
Yeah.
going to be like those main guys on that main roster as a tag team. So yeah, no, but a great match. Yeah, Hank and Tank. Wow, like that was just top to bottom, so fun to watch. And I'm interested to see how long this reign's going to go, and who their next opponents are going to be.
Yeah. I mean I've said on here I would love swipe right to get signed and swipe right just win the tag titles and just swipe right, have it going with them. Uh I'm wondering, I'd assume Fraxium gets called up. Raw or SmackDown? I'd assume they're going up. I'd be shocked if they weren't the ones that do.
I would go more towards Raw. I feel like SmackDown's very loaded with
Yeah.
like good tag teams,
Yeah.
and I think Raw would need like that excitement because they do bring so much excitement in that ring.
Yeah.
They're electrifying. Like they are from top to bottom electrifying from every moves that they do, their finishers. Like you got to pay attention because there's a move happening in the corner, and then there's another move happening on the other side. So yeah, I think Raw is a really good fit for them, especially for Netflix.
Yeah.
I
That's a
think
good
it's a
point.
very good, way to really introduce tag team wrestling to where they have brought it the last year and a half.
Yeah. I could see a Fraxium versus Waller in theory on the Raw after Mania. I could definitely see something like that.
Yeah, I think that would definitely be a good debut match because again, Waller and Theory are both great wrestlers, and I think they would put on a phenomenal match as their debut match, as their call up.
Yeah. So we move on to the Women's North American Championship on the line. Ladder match. Fun match. Main talking point, the ending. Sol Ruka goes off, multiple soul snatchers. She wins the title. They start the friction. I don't even know if you can call it friction, but between her and Zarya. I can't wait for them one on one. Sol Ruka, obviously fantastic. Zarya, fantastic. The NXT Women's North American Championship, it's like right now there hasn't been a single bad, I don't want to say title reign because Sol Ruka just won the title, but like it somehow keeps being at this high level.
Yeah, I mean, technically, isn't she like the double champ now? She's a speed.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
point.
she
Yeah,
just
yeah.
won the speed belt this week, and now she is the North American champion, and she's the future of the women's, NXT, and even just the future of the NXT, like the WWE roster in general. She is her finisher is like legit a finisher. Like every time
Yes.
she hits it, it feels like that will be it. So like I'm surprised if anybody ever kicks out because it feels like it's going to be a 1 2 3 count regardless when she hits it, where she hits it. So I feel like this is like her moment that she's finally going to get recognized because again, like now she's technically a double champ, and they did acknowledge it in the show that she did win the speed belt this week. But they just advertise it for when they do
Yeah.
that for X. But overall, that great match. It was a very very cool spots, fun spots. That's what you want in a ladder match.
Yeah.
You want just enough to have the enjoyment, and then the ending. And they didn't do too much. They didn't try to do too much, and I felt like it was the perfect amount.
Yeah, they didn't do anything that was like ridiculous, that like felt like it made no sense, like why they're even doing it. Fun spots, fun match, like very enjoyable. I had high expectations for it, and they were pretty much met. So I'm quite happy with that. Then we get to the six-man tag match. Dark State defeating the D'Angelo family, but the biggest moment, Stacks turning on Tony. Dark State ends up getting the win. Expected turn, but love the way they did it, where they teased it, seemed like he wasn't going to, teased it, seemed like he wasn't going to, and then did. Love it.
Yeah. No, the storytelling in that match was top tier. From just like the angles from the camera they were using. Like you said, the two teases. You were like, all right, maybe it's not gonna happen here. Maybe it's just gonna maybe happen Tuesday, or maybe it just won't happen. Maybe they'll just fix it eventually down the line. But no, I love the way they did it. And the match overall was a lot better than I expected. And I expected a fun match,
Yeah.
but I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I was.
Yeah, you brought up the point while we were watching it that Dark State's first match wasn't bad, but it wasn't anything where it gave you kind of hope. This one was solid. This one was,
Yeah.
it fit right in on this show. Like, you know, it was in a spot where coming off the ladder match, like it very easily could have fell flat before the two main title
Yeah.
matches. It didn't. They cooked. The moment at the end was big. Like it felt very enjoyable and it didn't feel slow at all. The pacing, everything felt very good.
Yeah, it felt very smooth, and I felt like each member of Dark State really got their moments too. And even Cutter, who didn't even really get, he was just outside the ring. He had a bunch of moments
Yeah.
and wasn't really like involved in the match itself. But I felt like that really introduced themselves as like a superior team to like I'm actually gonna keep an eye out on because the first match didn't really impress me too much. And, maybe it was the nerves and everything, give them that. So I'm happy to see they really did step up their game this time around, and it was a solid match. I really, like I said, I really did enjoy it.
Yeah, completely agree. We go to the co-main event, the women's championship. Honestly, some fun moments. If I say any match kind of didn't fully reach my expectations, it was this one, and that's just because I had very high expectations for it. That's not meant to be a knock in the slightest. Jordan Grace is such a fucking beast. She fucking rules. Like the spots with her, awesome. The crowd was great.
Yep.
That was probably like the most the crowd was into a match
Yeah.
besides the ladder match, like or the tag match. Like that might be the most the crowd was into it, especially when they were going crazy for Booker and Stephanie Vicaire.
Yep.
Stephanie retains, pins Jada Parker pretty much as expected. Do you think they go Stephanie Julia again next, or do they go Stephanie Jordan Grace?
I would say probably Julie again. I
Yeah,
think just got it. Like just the way how everything ended, just with the injury and everything. So I think I think it's time to go revisit that one more time and then see where that goes. I mean, you don't know where that's going to go now story wise, but I mean, I could watch those two wrestle all day.
yeah. I mean, there's no bad combination between them, so very excited for that. But we get to the main event: Oba Femi, Trick Williams, Javon Evans.
Oh,
They got right into
that was a
it.
fun match.
They got right into it. Oba Femi ends up retaining, but man, obviously Oba had his moments, Trick had his moments, but boy, was this match about Javon Evans.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like I was telling you during the match, I'm like, he's really been putting on a lot of like muscle on. And, when he first debuted, and to see like he's really like coming on his own and you're watching this kid grow on TV each week on the mic, in the ring, physically, mentally, all of it. And this was really his like coming out party for him.
Yeah,
And he almost like carried this match majority of the time with the spots that he was doing.
yeah, he was the centerpiece.
Yeah. And just to watch, like they all three of them just had great chemistry from top to bottom and from beginning to end. They were literally, it was a fun match, great spots continuously. And again, Omba standing on top, and it's the right call.
Agreed.
And I don't know who will dethrone him down the line, but
I still think it might be Javon, but I said in our prediction video, like Javon's got to win the title in a one-on-one match.
I agree.
Like it would have been cool for him to win here tonight, or today, but the type of wrestler he is, the type of wrestler Oba is, like that is the David versus Goliath one on one. Javon Evans keeps fighting, keeps fighting, keeps fighting, and somehow comes up on top finally. Like that's the story for
Yeah.
him. So I wasn't upset that Javon didn't win. I wouldn't have been upset if he did, but for me, the payoff is Oba still is champion, faces Javon down the line.
Yep.
Maybe it's around SummerSlam weekend or something along those lines. And Javon beats him one on one, fair and square. Maybe to get there, we did have a moment where Javon seemed like he may have had Oba and then he gets hit with the trick
Yep.
shot. So maybe we get Javon Trick and that's Trick's final send off for
Yep.
NXT. Oba faces, I don't know, maybe Jeff Cobb debuts or
Yeah.
something, or faces someone else just before, and then we get to Javon Evans versus Oba. I think that's probably the route.
It's probably the most realistic route. And I feel like what you piggyback off what you said before, it's like this is Javon's like he almost had a moment several
Yeah,
times, and I feel like they're teasing that. Like, see, like he almost beat him again, and now I think eventually it's going to pay off in the next few months, and get that title and have that moment and be the face of NXT because the kid is special
yeah,
and he's going to be the future of WWE. We're going to be talking about many years. I am confident saying that, and especially with Orton, the way he praised him and the way the match they had together months ago, it's like you don't really see that with a lot of these NXT talents or call ups or anything like that. So it's like for this kid to have those type of moments continuously, it's like they have something special in him.
yeah. And he's 20, and he's only been a wrestler. He's always been a fan. Like he knows, he gets it. He was awesome tonight. But like you said it best. He's getting closer, and he's getting closer,
Yep.
and he's getting closer, and sooner or later, he's finally going to reach the mountaintop. I can't wait for it. But I can't wait for WrestleMania because we
Oh,
are as of the time of recording this, 2 hours and 44 minutes away
Oh,
from WrestleMania. We'll be live for it if you're catching this right before Mania starts. So subscribe, turn on notifications. Don't know why you would watch this and not be subscribed. Subscribe to the
exactly.
fucking boys. Come on now.
Subscribe right now.
Just do it. Click the button, click the second button, get down in the comments. Let us know what you thought of NXT. CTD, honorary Oos Alec. We will catch you guys later for WrestleMania.